Amy McGowan Lease was one of the first members of the Liberty crew team, and through her time at Liberty, she would make a name for herself in a sport she did not start competing in until she came to LU.
So I started my freshman year at Christopher Newport University. I had just accepted Christ actually in high school, so the whole Christian education facility program was very new to me, but I felt like it was what God was calling me to do, to go to a Christian school, so that was my intention, and transferred over. And before transferring over, I had started looking at what kind of sports were available. Saw that they had just started a crew team, and my dad had rowed in high school, and talked to him about it a little bit, and he encouraged me to try it. So I had emailed the coach, very long email with lots of questions, just trying to figure out what the team was all about, since it had really just started a semester before. And he encouraged me to come out to tryouts. I think it was a couple days worth of tryouts. Well, apparently I heard later when I walked in, my coach and one of the captains, or one of the coxswains, was looking at me to be another coxswain, since I was a little small for a crew, for a rower. But after we did tryouts, they thought that I would be a good fit in a boat, rowing. So that's kind of how the progression started of me being on the team, and then just went from there.
And in those early years, the team was still looking to find their way in the sport, as many rowers, like Lease, were just getting started in crew. But the team would eventually start finding their way as they would grow in its members, who were all passionate about growing LU crew.
Obviously, starting from the ground up, it gave us a lot of passion for the team, because we felt like every one of us, not just Coach Mark, but the whole team, was having to take part in this development. It brought us really close as a team, which made it really easy to have some pretty strong lineups and some passionate people in each boat. And we went from barely making enough people to get in a boat to go to a race to winning some pretty big races. It felt good to realize that this wasn't just something that a bunch of kids threw together, that Christ was behind this, and he wanted us to succeed and go far with this team at this school. I feel like we really had a great opportunity to reach kind of an unreached group. You go to these regattas, these races all over the East Coast, and you're seeing students from everywhere, all the way out from California, coming to the East Coast to do some of these races that we were able to be at. And I mean, that wouldn't have happened if it weren't for the Lord. And I felt like he really wanted to get a Christian school into these types of events and make an impact.
As the team would start to find its footing, Lease and members of her boat would emerge as one of the top boats at each regatta the team went to. And as they came into their last regatta, the ACRA National Championships, they were looking to make a statement for Liberty Crew and claim the program's first national title.
We had a lightweight women's 4 boat, and we went to ACRAs in Georgia, knowing that we had a strong lineup and a good group of women, but not really knowing who else was going to be there for that race. But yeah, we were able to come away with that win, and that just felt like a culmination of all the hard work of developing the team, going from that, basically nothing at the beginning, to having a national championship lineup. It was a really great feeling to know that we were doing something right.
Since helping the program win its first national championship, Lisa's now moved into a career path that she has grown a passion for, along with raising a family.
Got married to another Liberty grad in 2014, and we moved down to North Carolina, Raleigh, North Carolina area, and been working for an exterior building maintenance company now, and done a couple different jobs with the company, but currently working as their safety administrator, dealing with OSHA regulations and damages and things that happen, to equipment and some of our guys, some of the crew that work for us. So just managing that side of the business. And my husband works in customer care for a home building company. And we've got one son, he's 20 months old, almost 2. We've got another one on the way that's due in June, so they'll be just about 2 years apart.
Though it has been some time since Lisa's hit the water in a crew boat, she would be remembered for the way she helped get the program up and running, while also becoming one of its first national champions, leading her to be the first member of the crew team to be inducted into the Hall of Fame.
I definitely was not expecting it. Mark, my coach, had reached out to my mother actually on Facebook. I'm not really on social media, so nobody had my phone number since I had moved down to North Carolina. And so he reached out to my mom to try to get my phone number and didn't really say what, just that he had some exciting news. And we started texting once he got my number. And then a couple days later, I think it was that following Monday, I got a call from Club Sports with the news. And it was a good feeling to know that, you know, the team as a whole is being recognized for the work that they're doing, really. I mean, it just goes to show again that the Lord's behind this team. I mean, I've felt like that from the beginning, and I still don't know how I got picked first. I feel like there's so many wonderful men and women that I rode with. So many people come to mind. It's been really great to see just the progress that Liberty itself has made in so many years. And, you know, I talk to more and more people as I go along with my life, that from all walks of life that have had some type of connection to Liberty. And when they hear about my experience with club sports, there's this almost like this bond that you feel with other people who have had some sort of experience with Liberty. Just cool to see the different ways that this school and the program has impacted so many people.